right, well, I'm going to pick up from where I left off last here. We'll start the server up. All right, so, well, let's see what we did last year. Okay, so, oh yeah, that's right. So we wrote some tests in the last video. Tests for to-dos and boxes, some validations. And we set up the box view. So let's go take a look. So we have a box which can contain some to-dos. Just a general idea around that. So now I don't think there's a whole lot we can do on here yet. I don't think I set up any, yeah, so there's no edit functionality yet. We can check and uncheck to-dos. What else can we do here? Can't add a to-do to the box yet, so we need to add a button to do that. So can we add new boxes? No. So maybe I'll do that next. So let's go to our routes should already be set up. Boxes, yeah. So we'll go to our boxes controller. Set up new. We'll go on new box equals box.new. And we're going to pass in box params because what I want to be able to do, actually no, that doesn't apply here. I'm thinking of the to-dos. Okay, so we'll just leave this out here. So let's go over and create this template. Box. It should be under boxes actually. So go new.html or ERB, save that. I'm gonna go over to to-dos new and just grab this as a base to get started here. All right. Okay, so let's replace this. We'll add box in here. Box has a name, it doesn't have a title. Box do have description, so we can leave that. I can't really remember actually what all boxes have. Let's take a look here. Box.new. So an ownable type, an ownable ID. Status, visibility. Okay. Visibility, I'm going to leave out as an option yet. Just that's going to become more applicable when I set up the Teams aspect of this. Not really applicable at this point, so I'm just going to skip that. I want to. Same thing with this here. It's just, as of right now, it's just going to default to the current user, so we can do that. Okay, so I think that's pretty much all that's needed at this time. So let's now set up the create controller. Let's get out of here. One of the things I need to do is I'm using Zellige, and I think there's a way to set up your layouts for your editor, because like I would love to be able to just like set up a workspace so that when I start working on a project, it creates a place for my editor over here, place for me to run the server here. Usually I just stick like I use Tailwind in a lot of my projects, so I run Rails. I have a shortcut, an alias just called RCSS, and what that is doing is actually running Rails, Tailwind, CSS watch. So anytime I make any changes to the CSS, it just watches and rebuilds the CSS. So I like to have that showing just so I can see that it is actually rebuilding every time it's saved, because there's always been times where I make a change, and if I have like this open in a different tab, so say like for example I do this and I run it in here, and then I work in here primarily, I don't have this visible. Sometimes something happens where the build breaks and then it's not updating the CSS, and so I'm making changes, but then I don't see that the builds are failing, and this just makes it quick and easy so I can actually see that the CSS is working. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to here. We're gonna go to controller. Okay, so we're gonna go to the box controller. We're gonna create the create action. Oh, no, not that. Okay, so box equals. Let's go box.new. We'll go box params, and then we need to create that method right here. Box params, and we'll go params dot require a box. We'll then permit a name attribute. There is the description, status, visibility. What else was there again? Ownable type, ownable ID, and that's it. Okay. Then we'll go box.save if box.save. If it doesn't save, we'll just render the new template again. If it does save, what do I want to do here? I want to redirect to probably the box. That would make the most sense, I think. Okay. Box params looks good. Let's give it a shot. Oh. Okay, so we refresh this. We'll just call this one, I don't know, let's call it finances. Some kind of description here. Great. All right, so what happened here? Oh, of course, we need the ownable type and ownable ID. We're not doing anything with that yet, so we'll go box.ownable type. This be user, and then box.ownable ID would be the current user ID. Let's try this again. There we go. Okay. And it shows up in our boxes. So let's commit that. Okay, cool. Let's make this so we can edit these boxes. Right now, this button doesn't do anything, nor does this one. So we're gonna use turbo frames for this. Makes it so easy. So box show. I'm gonna grab this. And then we'll create edit.html.erb, paste this all in. So we'll have the box name. So instead of, I'm gonna grab some stuff from the to-do edit page to make this a bit easier. So I'm gonna grab this form. Right here, we want it to be in a turbo frame, so I'm gonna grab this whole thing. So I should already have the turbo frame, but we'll just go like this. Get rid of this. So I need to change that to name. I need to change this to box, this to box. Change this to name. I don't want it to be a text area. I just want it to be a text field. Don't need the rows at the end here. Don't need the resize. Don't need the height. All right, let's see what happens here. So I should be able to click this, and we got a syntax error. Box, oh, no. Missing close, okay, another error here, box description. There, we do have a description. So it's undefined method description. Well, I'm gonna come back to this. I'm not gonna use this anyway, so let's just get rid of this. Actually don't want the to-dos on that page either. So let's just start with that. All right. So now with the turbo frame, I should click here and it is doing content missing. So why are we doing content missing? Because we don't have an action for this. So let's go edit box equals box dot find params ID. We want to do a check and make sure that this user does have access. So we'll grab this and just paste that right there. So if someone tries to access this and they don't have access to that box, you'll just raise an exception. Grab that. And then we'll go box.update box params. All right, let's see. So we're not, let's go render. We want to render show. We need to grab the to-dos in the controller here as well. So let's go like this. Back to our update, we'll go if box update render show, else render edit. We'll want to pass in an error message there. we'll leave it for now. Let's see. Okay, so it did save, it just didn't render that. So let's just go ahead this and see if that saves. No, not yet. I didn't add this in. So we need to grab the to-dos. So we have to find to-dos that are associated with that box. So we can just go like this. So we go, and there we go. All right, cool. I'll do the same thing for our edit, our description. So it'll back to our to-do and then grab that description field. Close that out now. We won't need that again. Go over to our box edits. Paste in this. I don't want this in here, so we're just going to go like this and paste this into the same styling across. Basically what this does is allows us to use the edit page as a backup if a user, so if a user doesn't have JavaScript enabled, this will still work all the same. It'll just be a full page load rather than rendering just our turbo frames, because like right now we're not actually loading the entire page. We're just Turbo is handling this and basically is replacing the turbo frame. And that's why you can see at the top here we're actually staying on the same page. If I were to come into here and disable JavaScript, disable JavaScript. Oh, that's interesting. It's actually breaking all the links too. Not sure why that is. I'm gonna try this in Brave and see what happens. So I'm using the Zen browser right now. Curious. If we're gonna have the same thing. So we'll sign in here. Possible is to do with the font awesome fonts. That would make sense. Disable JavaScript. I'm gonna try this on Brave. Yeah, so it is still working. JavaScript disabled. Our links are still there. So that's interesting that Zen when we disable JavaScript, it's killing our links. Interesting indeed. Okay, and then so this is what I was talking about here. When I click this, oh, you know what? It's supposed to be disabled. Not sure why that's happening. Oh, anyhow, let's re-enable JavaScript and Zen. Yeah, that's quite interesting how it's... Okay, anyway. So I want to be able to edit this. The content missing right now because there's no associated frame. Don't need this in here. Okay, so we get the description, rich text area description, turbo frame tag is there. These are things to do around the house. Save, and there we go. To-dos related to finances. All right, cool. Okay, now it would be good to be able to add a to-do directly to a box. Okay, so let's go to our box template. So we're here. I want to add a plus button around here somewhere. Maybe I'll add a title just saying to-dos. Let's do that right above here. Call it to-dos. Let's make it larger. 3XL. B4. Okay. Might tighten this up a bit. That's good. And what I want to do here is I want to go like this, flex, and we'll go justify between the gap of 4 and okay, so new to do path, we don't want it to be added to the day. We want it to be past the ID of our current box. Back here, boxes, we have the plus button. So it's passing the box ID as a parameter here. I can now go into to do controller, and I believe it should already be set up to, no, it's not. Go like, where is it? I thought it was already set up to do this. Basically what I wanted to do is pre-fill. So I'm going to have a section here just called box, and it should specify which box it's adding it to. So let's go like this. I just want to see it, because I thought I had set this up for this. So when I clicked, when I'm on a current day, so like if I go to the 17th, I click plus, it pre-fills the due date right here, which is what you want, so that if you're on today, it goes to today and so on. I want this to also happen with the box, so that when I click here, pre-fills the box ID. So what I want to do is create a on to do new. We need a field called box ID. Let's add it maybe under this. It's going to be a select field. This is one that I never remember. Okay, so let's go and check out. So Rails form helpers. Select. Okay, so I want a select field, but I don't want to have to manually provide in the boxes, because this is going to be dynamic based on the user. So I need a select from collection related helpers. So select. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay, so I want to call this box ID. It should be all boxes that a user has access to. So at this time, it's just users boxes. So we'll go current user.boxes.order by name. And we'll use the ID and the name. Let's get rid of this. Actually, I want to grab that class. All right, cool. So that's showing our boxes that we have available. Our classes are not applying here. I think it's... Yeah, there we go. Okay, so... Now the only thing is I want to be able to also include a option for nothing. Because not necessarily every to-do will belong to a box. So... what I need to do, let's go back to our helpers. Try default value. No, let's just go Rails select collection select empty. No. Oh, include blank. There we go. Okay. Include blank true. No, that's not it. Might need to be inside. There we go. That looks like crap though, so... options? Where are options here? Include blank. I wanted to have like a dash or something rather than just nothing. Might be the prompt. I'm gonna open up another project here and see where I've done this. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I've used, okay. So instead of true, you just pass the string that you want. So we can just go like this. That should work. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's better. All right, cool. So we have the box ID. Let's see if we're set up to accept that parameter. To do controller or not. So we'll just go box ID. So I should be able to do this. Let's just see. Do I have anything under finances? No to-dos there yet. So let's say pay internet bill. Finances and create. If I go back to finances, there it is. Okay, sweet. So the next thing I wanted to do was go back to this so that it should pre-fill this. It's not doing this at the moment. Most likely need to put in a value like this. Value would be box.id. Let's see if that works. No, it doesn't like that. Value method, so it's object method collection value method. Okay, selected. So it's not value, it's selected. Selected. It's not box ID, it would be to do that. There we go. All right. If I change this ID up here, it should go to this one and click plus. Huh. No, it's not working. So we are using the ID. You know what? Okay, so on second thought, I don't think I even want to be able to change the box if it's been created. So if a to-do has been created from a box, I don't really want to be able to change the box from here. I mean, maybe there's a situation where you want to, but let's not do that. Let's just go like this. Let's go if box to-do.box ID is blank. We'll add this field in, else so if the box ID is present, let's actually not make it editable. So we'll go like this, we'll go box dot find by to-do.box ID and then grab the name. Oh, I see what's happening. Okay, so yeah. so I need to go back to the box. And the reason this isn't working is because this needs to be inside a to-do, I believe. Oh, it was working for our date. So why what are we doing on the date on dates? So what is our new? So we're in due date string, and it's just grabbing that without an issue. Okay. Okay. Then if there is no box provided, that works. Okay. I think that's what I want. Let's just go like this. Background teal 100 or something like that, and maybe even throw this at the top. So I'll go like this. Then go unless params box ID is present. I think I'll even put this above the title. Okay. And then if it's a to-do without a box, then it just provides it here. Okay. Now the only thing I also have to do is, if it is present, I need to have a hidden field that provides the box ID. That's gonna so that submits it as a field. So we'll go form.hidden field box ID. So value params box ID. Okay, cool. So let's try another one here. So if I go create one called pay cell phone bill. Pay cell phone bill. We don't have it showing which box it's part of yet, but if I go back to here, it's in here. Okay, good. Okay, well, this is starting to take shape here. So from a box, we can view our to-dos. We need the due days to show up. I'd like the box to show up here. I'm gonna add that right now. I think I want that right below. No, let's put it below the description. So call this box ID. Okay. That's good. Now we need to be able to make that so we can edit that. So we'll go over to edit. We will grab this. Change this to box ID. Change this to box. This is wrong. It should say description. gonna grab this. Cool. Let's just clean that up a little bit. Let's make this grow. All right. Maybe we'll just item center that. Yeah, that's good, I think. Let's make it the same color as this, though. BG slate to 100. I think we have border none on those. All right, looks good to me. Should be able to save that. No. Undefined method to do box name. Yeah, I guess if there's no box there, it should. We're just going to error right now. So let's, oh, shoot. Let's go to do show. Let's go to our box ID. We'll go to do .box.present. Otherwise, let's just go like this. There we go. So we can take this and we can move it into around the house if we wanted to. Let's make this clickable. I'd like to make that clickable. Okay, so go data turbo frame top so that it has a full page refresh and doesn't just target the current frame. Okay, click. Yeah, there we go. It takes us to the box. Go back to the to-do. If there is no box, just does that. That is good. Let's go change it back here. Go save, and now I can go back to the box. There we go. Okay, well, is there anything else I want to do tonight? I'm gonna pause for a moment here. I'm gonna be right back. Use the washroom. Okay, so next features I want to work on. What are the next features I want to work on? Let's think here. I'll need to be able to delete a to-do. I don't think we can do that yet. Can we? No, we can't delete a to-do. Ability to delete a box. Let's change this before we sign off tonight. So box show. Let's go grab our new textile new class. So add a hover effect to that. Hover text teal 600. Text teal 400, so brighter. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so click on there. So we need it should show due dates on here. So we're using boxes to do. Let's go box to do. And let's add let's add our date. So okay, let's now make that a bit smaller. If the to-do is complete, it will use the same. Actually, it should just be able to go like this. Unless to do is complete. What's going on here? Touch Slate 300. I want it to be that for the icon regardless. And then, oh, of course, we're not. There we go. Not sure if that's too light. Might be a bit better. Okay, it's fine for now, but we got the dates showing. This should also be ordered by the date. So let's fix that. So let's go box controller. So order by status and then by name. No. Due day. Ascending. And then we just go title ascending. Get rid of that. All right, so if I click this off, it's not going to do anything until I refresh, and then when I do refresh, it sticks it at the bottom. I think I want to eventually have it basically like a button here that says completed and it has a count, so rather than just having a ton of completed to-dos pile up. And then you can click the drop down and it'll expand it and show all the lists of completed. Say show due days on box to dos, and we'll just say updated new to do button styling on box. Okay, so that's good there. We got the due days showing on this screen. So like if we have a due day, where's one here? We'll actually want the box to show on the, let's do that. So let's go day to do, and I'm just gonna grab what I did in the box to do. Want to use a different icon. And then this will show show our box name. And should only do that if the box is present. Cool. Actually, and let's make that clickable as well. So let's go link to box to do.box.name. Nope, just actually name, and then we'll go to do.box class. We'll go to do.complete. That, and then text slate 500. Let's make that hover teal 500, text teal 500. There we go. So I can click on that, and that's not what I want. Let's go data, turbo frame, top. There we go. Oh, I need to update the sizing here. There's different sizing on these. Okay. So click on here. Yeah. Let's see what happens. Let me remove that. Okay, it's good. And if I check it off, it looks the way I want it to look. Okay, so we'll say added box to day to-dos. All right, I think that's it for tonight. So next stream, I want to, what do I want to do next stream here? Let's just think this through for a moment. I think we have to delete some to-dos, delete a box. And then it might be time to start on the teams side of things here. So I can set up some teams. So a team could be like family members. So like I would probably have a team for family, then I'll have a team for some like work stuff. And then a team will be able to have boxes, or a team will own boxes. So like you'd have under the family team, you might have around the house or finances, stuff like that. All right, well, that's it for tonight.